So some books to read if you're interested on longevity, Super Agers by Eric Topol. It's a bestseller on the New York Times list. Eric and I are friends. He was behind me one year at Johns Hopkins and took over my research. Peter Attia, Outlive. It's a little holistic, but it's a good book. And Why We Die by Dr. Ramakrishnan. Why should you read this book? Because the doctor won the Nobel Prize in chemistry, and anybody who's smart enough to do that, you should read what he has to say. So my talk used to be how to live to be 100, and then I upped it to how to live to be 110. Now it's 120. The oldest person who ever lived with a birth certificate got how old?
124.
122, a lady in France. So I said to myself, if you're perfect, if you do everything right, if you diet, if you exercise, if you have CRISPR engineering and you take out some bad genes, how long can the body actually last? And I figured there was only one person who knew the answer, and that was God. So here's Charlton Heston walking up to get the Ten Commandments from the burning bush. I did not speak to God, but I did the second best. I spoke to ChatGPT. Said, in the Old Testament, does God ever talk about how long the human can actually live? And Chat took me to Genesis 6.3. This is when Noah was building the ark, so God was not in a very good mood. When mankind had become corrupted in the period preceding the flood, God said, quote, so I guess when there's a quote, that's really important. Quote, my spirit shall not abide in man forever, for he is flesh, his days shall be 120 years. End of quote. So that's why I changed the talk to how to live to be 120. Be lucky, be blessed. I can't help you out there. Have a daughter. Dr. Feedback said, please make sure everything is scientifically based. I don't have any data behind this. But 90% of my patients over 90 who come in with a family member, come in with a daughter. The 99% of my patients over 100 who come in with a daughter. Be proactive, not reactive.